January 25th, 2024, 1343 JST. Shinji Aoba received his sentence from the presiding judge. Capital punishment. Disclaimer: I cannot speak or read Japanese, so the article I am reading from has been translated using multiple translators. July 2019. Shinji Aoba broke into the first floor of Kyoto Animation's Studio No. 1 building, where he poured gasoline from a bucket he prepared in advance and set the building ablaze, resulting in the death of 36 and injuring 32 more. In this case, the prosecution sought the death penalty, saying, "The horror and despair of the victims who were subjected to hell-like conditions is indescribable." The defense, on the other hand, argued that Aoba had a severe delusional disorder and had been thinking based on delusions for more than 10 years before the incident, and that he should be acquitted by reason of insanity or have his sentence reduced for by reason of diminished mental capacity. The trial, which began in September of last year, proceeded in 3 stages. 1. The circumstances of the case and the motive behind the incident. 2. Competency. In November of the same year, the court reached a conclusion regarding competency at an interim conference. After that, the trial moved on to 3. Sentencing, where many of the bereaved families who took advantage of the victim participation system made statements of their opinion. At a questioning of the defendant in December of the same year, after the statement of opinions by the bereaved families, Aoba apologized, saying, "All I can say is that I am sorry." He also felt that he should atone for the crime, as many of the bereaved families called for capital punishment. January 25th, 2024, 8:40 a.m. Near the Kyoto District Court, numbered tickets began to be issued to those who wish to attend the hearing. In the midst of the snow, about 30 people are lined up with umbrellas and hoods. 10:30 a.m. The Kyoto District Court announced a temporary recess after the opening of the trial because there was an omission in the arrangement of the evidence. The court is expected to hand down its verdict at 11 a.m. 10:40 a.m. The Kyoto District Court announced that it has issued 409 numbered tickets to those wishing to attend the hearing, with 23 general audience seats available. 11 a.m. The sentencing hearing for defendant Shinji Aoba begins at the Kyoto District Court. Presiding Judge Keisuke Masuda begins by stating, "I will say the main sentence later and begin by explaining the reason for the verdict." The Kyoto District Court put the main sentence on the back burner and stated that Aoba's capacity for criminal responsibility, which was the main point of contention. They determined that he is not mentally insane nor mentally deficient and is expected to receive a severe punishment. 11:55 a.m. The court takes a break. The district court noted that the psychiatric evaluation requested by the prosecution during the investigation phase was unreliable because it admitted important information about Aoba's delusions, such as dark organizations and number 2. Based on the psychiatric evaluation requested by the district court at the request of the defense, the court acknowledged the existence of delusions. On the other hand, he stated that the delusions did not have a significant influence on the crime. The court is resumed at 13 o'clock. The prosecution had sought the death penalty, but the defense argued that it violated the Constitution. The Kyoto District Court ruled that Japan's death penalty, which was defined as hanging, did not constitute cruel punishment prohibited by the Constitution. 13:35. The Kyoto District Court first noted the reason for the sentence of Shinji Aoba as a tragic and serious incident with 36 deaths as a result of the crime. While the defense had argued that the crime was not well planned, the court concluded, "It cannot be said that it diminishes responsibility and condemned the crime as inhuman, selfish, and extremely inhumane. 1340. Before handing down the sentence, the presiding judge announced, "I will conclude with the main sentence if the defendant is ready." Alba nodded. The main sentence is that the defendant is sentenced to death. I repeat, defendant is sentenced to death. That is all. Alba bows and the court closes at 13:43 p.m. Alba left the courtroom with his expression unchanged. Family members in the audience wiped their tears. Hideaki Hata, president of Kyoto Animation, made this comment through his attorney. "The court has made a judgment as required by law. We have received the appropriate response and judgment in accordance with the law. I would like to express my respect to the judges who have borne the heavy responsibility and burden of the trial over a long period of time, and to the prosecutors and police for their efforts in conducting a fair investigation and paying close attention to all parties involved, and to the judges, clerks, and all others who were involved in the conduct of the trial. Even after the verdict, our regret remains the same. My heart aches when I think of the loss of the employees who lost their lives, those who were affected, and those who were close to them. All of us have been making daily efforts to cherish the works of art that they put their hearts and souls into, and we hope that continuing to produce them in the future will connect their aspirations. Many young people have joined our company after the incident. We will continue to value our workers, strive to enable staff members to demonstrate his or her talents, and to continue to create works as long as we can. The horror and despair of the victims who were subjected to hell-like conditions is indescribable.